Kaylah, are you there? Would you like to come over here for a minute? I'm a little bit sad this morning because it's your last full day here, going back to Canberra tomorrow. It's been a really, really good week.
Yeah.
But I thought of something special that maybe we could do to give us a chance to reflect on the week.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I loved stories about the bush, and I loved the bush experience. I loved the idea of going camping. And I learned a couple of things when I was a teenager about camping the old-fashioned way. And a couple of things I think I remember. It's been a long time, but I think I remember how to brew a good billy tea and to make a damper. And I was wondering if you would like to go down to our campfire down the back of the property and make a damper. And okay.
That would be really cool.
That would be great. I also thought that if we did that, which will just be fun, but it would also make a good video, don't you think?
Yes. Cool.
So because I thought you would say yes, I've already got your microphone. So there you go. If you just stick that on, that will be great. And the thing that will make this easy, obviously you wouldn't do this in the bush, but let's put the damper dough together here, where we have space and the ingredients, and we'll get it done, and then we'll take the tractor down the back. I think we'll even take some chairs because I'm too old to sit on the ground.
Yeah, all right.
So let's begin, shall we? Let me get a bowl that we can put the damper dough in. So I'll give that to you. Now the beauty of a good damper recipe is the old bushies just had ingredients with them, and damper was something they could throw together without being too precise. They knew roughly what things were. So with damper, rough is good enough. And sometimes it makes it even better.
Yeah, I was going to say that's going to challenge me because I like to be very precise.
And in today's world, most people do like to be precise with recipes. So let's begin and see how we go. We can go as close to what we need as possible. Now, the first thing we need is some self-raising flour or plain flour with baking soda. So got some plain flour here, not baking soda, baking powder, right?
Yep.
So we need 3 cups of plain flour. Where do you know where the baking powder is?
Yeah, it's in that second drawer down there. So I put the flour in the bowl?
Yep, so put the flour in the bowl, and then we'll mix in the baking powder right from the very start, so all of that gets mixed in really well together.
How much baking powder?
So I believe it's 2 teaspoons per cup. There we go. So six teaspoons. And then the idea, as we're mixing stuff, we're going to use this nice good spatula, but you got to imagine that you're actually sitting at a campfire and all you've got is your knife or something like that. So or your hands, exactly right. So we're just going to beat it together and make sure it's all mixed in.
Cool.
But yeah, if we're sitting at a campfire, you can imagine how much fun this is because you're just throwing ingredients in, and you're not worrying about things being precise, which works for me, obviously.
Oh yeah,
less so for some people. All right, we're going to need 60 grams of butter.
Okay.
So
chilled
I'll
butter.
let you. It does say chilled butter is the best way to go.
And often on the butter packet, they actually have marks for the grams. So that will be 50. So that's probably about 60.
Ah, nice. Cool. That's great. So we can chop that up into cubes. Again, if you were sitting at a campfire, it'd probably be relatively melted. So you would just scoop it out. Yeah. All right. Now we need a half cup of milk.
Okay.
So I've got a cup measure here.
Do I mix that in before the?
Oh, probably a good plan to do that. Yep. Okay. Now, a lot of time, bushies would use powdered milk because you can take powdered milk with you longer than you can take fresh milk.
This is fun.
Yeah, it is fun, isn't it? Getting your hands messy?
Yes.
All right, 1/2 cup of flour. Oh, sorry, water. Beautiful rainwater.
Great. We love that.
We love the tank water. And what we're going to do, I've actually made damper numbers of times by just throwing the dough straight into the fire.
Okay.
And what you do then is the crust of the damper then becomes like your plate, and you just you eat the damper out of the middle. But because of our much more refined sensibilities these days, I think we'll wrap it in some alfoil.
All right.
And of course, typically, I think most campers would want to use a camp oven, but you've got to remember that that damper and the bushy experience was they basically wanted to travel very light. They're swaggies, right?
Yeah. And
so they don't have camp ovens with them, and so we're going to do it as close to the original experience as possible.
Okay.
And I love it this way.
Yeah. I'm excited to try that.
Yeah.
Great.
Beautiful.
That should be good now after this. Ah, yes, perfect.
Awesome. So let's get a close up of that. Look at that. Look at how cool that is. Awesome. Looking great.
And it is usually like a ball or a log?
Yes, exactly. If we're going to be fancy, you'd do a cross. In fact, let's do that.
Well, yeah, we could give it some space to expand.
Yeah. And then it makes a pretty pattern on it as well.
Nice.
All right.
Cool.
Let's see how this goes. All right, there we have our little damper ball, and we're all ready to go. So the next time you see us, we will be at the campfire. Things that size, those three there can go on the top as soon as you've got us ready. So what's been your favourite part of the week, do you think?
I think this is actually my favourite part of the week.
No filter, just farm. Hamilton Acres Farm.